Hey, welcome to Weld.com, home of TIG Time. Hi, I'm Mr. TIG, and today we're working on the Cymbal project. And that actually is a project. You can go on YouTube, look it up. A guy by the name of Lance Campo sent it to us. We have material here that's made of, it's called B8. Now, what that represents is 92% of this material is copper, and it's got 8% tin. Not a good combination for welding. The tin portion melts at much lower temperature. And you take a look at the copper portion, well, the copper melts at 1980 degrees approximately, and that's Fahrenheit. So we have to try to figure out a way to weld this or solder or do something at a lower temperature than the melting point of copper. And so taking a look at this repair, it's a pretty rough project here. So we're going to try using silicon bronze, and the reason we're using silicon bronze is because we don't actually melt the base material. We get it very, very warm, and then we lay the silicon bronze right on top, and it's got some pretty good strength. We don't know if it's going to work or not, so that's why we're going to send this back to Lance when we're done. So we're going to do all kinds of different methods of repair. So I'm going to get my gear on. I'm going to literally hold this down, clamp it down, tack it a couple of places, and you can watch me use the silicon bronze when I weld it. And again, I say the word weld. I don't reach the melting temperature of the base metal. So let me get my gear on. I'll join you in a few minutes. Okay, now I took the cymbal and I clamped it down in certain places. You know, it had a 6-inch plus crack. I tacked it. I've got about 7 or 8 tacks here. So one of the big problems with this material is it moves around while you're welding or tacking. So I've got it pretty well stabilized. What I'm getting ready to do now is I'm getting ready to just make a 6-inch braze weld, if you will, using the silicon bronze. I may punch through and absorb the opposite side. If I do, that's great. If not, I may have to turn the cymbal over and do another bead on the opposite side. So here goes. I've got a 332 tungsten. I'm on DC, got a point on my tungsten. Argon's about 15 to 18 CFH, silicon bronze. So here we go. Hopefully I can hit that eutectic point just right. Okay, the crack was starting to curve a little bit, so I got out of position, just went ahead and stopped, reposition myself, get my hand rested, and start over again. This is really dirty looking material when you're laying the silicon bronze on it, so don't think you're going to get the shininess that you get in a normal weld. Okay, I've got about 2.5 inches done, about halfway through there. It's just, it's ugly material, so just don't think you're going to get shininess out of it. After you polish it, it'll be shiny. Hey guys, this episode of TIG Time is brought to you by Napotnik Welding Supplies. They're giving away this ESAB Rebel welding machine. For a chance to win this machine, join their email list by clicking this link. Now let's get back to welding. Again, weld's very, very dirty. Okay, I'm near the last inch. Okay, so we tried the silicon bronze. Yeah, I look at the results on it and not very good. I think that the silicon bronze melting temperature is just a little bit too hot. So end of the day, this thing distorted. It didn't want to wet out, and I was in the 1700 degree range. So I doubt that there's going to be great success. We're going to go ahead and send this back to Lance, and he might do some wonderful things with it, but I don't give it a lot of hope just based on how it welded, or brazed, if you will. So we're going to continue on. We're going to look for some braze alloys that are a little bit lighter, maybe in the 800 and 900 degree range, something that'll wet out very nicely and quickly. So if you'd like to see the results of what happens when Lance gets hold of this, go ahead and go to his YouTube Cymbal project, and you'll see all the results. So thanks for watching TIG Time. I'm Mr. TIG. To stay up with the latest TIG welding technology and education, subscribe by clicking the button below.